This offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Looking to go up top on first down. Uncorks one. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. Takes it the other way. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield, like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Trying to escape, and the ball's on the ground. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job on the defense covering that thing up.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Washington.
The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to throw. Buys a little time. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Texas A&M going quickly. Back to pass, it's Jordan. Going to try to get it himself. Jumped on top of the pile.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The Aggies look to keep this drive humming. Quarterback on the keeper. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Finds his big tight end. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, you that passing game up, you can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
To the air, it's Jordan. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Quarterback extends the play. He turns it loose to the left. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I've got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
He's got his man. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Aggie. What a grab and go for the score.
Yeah, how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
And the extra point extends the lead to 16. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To throw, it's Jordan. Got his man downfield. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. To the air on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Oh, and this receiver with his speed, he's a guy you know this QB is going to look for, especially on these deep shots. You just can't overthrow him when he's that wide open. That's a huge missed opportunity.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. It is good. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Touchdown, Washington! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. This is really aggressive here. Still just a 1-possession game in the third quarter, and they're going for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns. And the pass is intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting a run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
He'll let it go down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball's incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It would have been a 54-yarder if they'd tried the field goal. Instead, they'll try to convert on 4th and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're looking for the end zone. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, Huskies. They looked finished, but they weren't. Still fighting, and we're locked up. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. They're testing the right side here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Off the play fake. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies. And that one will give them the lead. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. First down for this offense. The shoot, quick toss to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Second down. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Texas A&M 28, Washington 23.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking for a man. It's Jordan. Skips away from pressure. On the move, he fires. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. He had the speedster loose, and he just couldn't connect. Just a little too much juice on the pass.
Yeah, Cal, those ones that you got a guy wide open, a lot of times quarterbacks will tell you that those are the ones you kind of, like, I don't want to mess this up, and you either put way too little on it, or in this case, way too much on it, and overthrow the speedster.
Another incompletion on third down.
Well, third and short, the offense dials up the screen, expecting the pass rush to come upfield man-to-man, but it just simply does not work. Defense stays home, and they force the incompletion.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for a deep man. And the ball is intercepted.
And that is a back-breaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Looking to throw on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. He makes the connection. At the 35, he's open. Nothing but green ahead. The 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they could not have finished with more style. An 86-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Cameron. He gets a block. Knocked out of bounds at the 43, but an outstanding return there. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse. Throws toward the end zone. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. First down here for the offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Going up top on first down. He's taking the deep shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Finds the big tight end. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He's going to pass. Dances away from the heat. Looking down the left side. Just threw that one way too far.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They keep attacking through the air. Throws to the tight end. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds.
Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Here comes the two-point try. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Looking to scramble. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Under a minute to go. Just take a knee here and avoid the potential for disaster.
And we've seen it, Reese, very recently in schools that might be in the Sunshine State that decided to run the football and run plays, and it's come back to bite him. So there's nothing wrong, Jesse, with being conservative, taking a knee, taking the victory.
I think Miami and Georgia Tech are heeding your advice very, very carefully based on what we've seen in those recent years. Don't have to overthink this thing. Victory formation, leave the stadium with a W.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
4th down coming up.
Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Moving away from pressure. At the 35, he's loose. They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. The points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stuff. game. They're lining up for an onside kick. They're going to get on that football, and what a job by the onside kick team to pull that one off and steal a possession. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going for it all. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
It's complete on the right side. They fail to get the 2, but there is a flag down on the play, so let's see if they'll get a reprieve. They're going to try for 2. Now, if you don't get this, you might be chasing points the rest of the game. Fast motion from the offense. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Flushed out of the pocket. He gets it in there for the 2-point conversion, and the lead grows to 8. And that is the height of efficiency on that drive. Single play, hit the big chunk, get the touchdown. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. Ball goes out of bounds. The onside kick is unsuccessful, and they'll take over after the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
Quarterback empties his backfield. On second down, he's looking downfield. He's going for it all. And he makes the catch at the 10. He was off to the races, and they finally get him down at the 5-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. North Texas will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Moving out of the pocket. Into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Mean Green! They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. He wants to throw it. He makes the grab for the 2 and ties the game. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Going deep. He's got it up to 25. And he's brought down.